All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Cisco TV studio, coming at you live from Barcelona, here in the world of solutions. We just wrapped up another fantastic innovation showcase. This time, we're talking about how do we reinvent networking. Sachin Gupta, our Senior VP of Product Management and Enterprise Networking Business here at Cisco, along with Todd Nightingale, our Senior VP, General Manager of Cisco Meraki, talking about the next generation of networking. We have got to deliver dramatic increases in operational efficiency, they told us. We have to enable better security, become more adaptable. Cisco is on course to deliver that new set of innovations, and it's going to radically change how the industry designs, provisions, and operates access networks. Really exciting stuff. We heard about a lot of different great key innovations, making the power of the network easier to consume. We heard about how Cisco is leveraging automation and analytics to help solve the most challenging business problems that we're all facing out there today. Great innovation showcase. I hope you were a part of it. We've got another one coming up a little less than 20 minutes from now at 3:20. Make sure you're there, deploying security everywhere. Great security innovation showcase. Right now though, we're going to toss to a couple of great videos featuring my buddy Rob Boyd. He is going to begin with a demo on software-defined access. Let's check out the VT. I will see you on the back end.
Hey guys, one of the most exciting things happening from a network perspective is something we call SD access, which I believe software-defined access. And Rohan, you've explained a lot of difficult topics to me over the years. Specifically, how do you start relating this to people to kind of continue to broaden, as people come into the booth here, what SD access is all about?
So Rob, SD Access is really Cisco's premier intent-based networking solution for access networks. Now, over the years, access networks have been fairly the same kind of thinking and topology. It's been about VLANs and manual configuration on every switch and every router. And what SD Access tries to do is bring the concepts of software-defined networking to campus networks. And we pair that with our award-winning DNA Center, and now you can suddenly build a policy from the edge of the network all the way to the cloud with a few automated workflows.
So you almost take the most painful things that most any network engineer would avoid until they really had to, or they'd keep their segmentation so overly simple that it was kind of belaboring the point of what could be accomplished. And so you've tackled that head on, you've made these things simpler, so you're going to show me kind of how we do this through DNA Center, correct?
Yes, I'm going to show you how easy it is to segment a network without using traditional VLANs and be able to add things like IoT devices into your network with like a couple of clicks.
We'll quit talking and start demoing,
Let's
all right?
do that. So, this is DNA Center. I just went into my policy dashboard.
Okay.
And let's get into what we call our virtual networks. So as you can see, this has been pre-configured for a couple of different virtual networks. I have a campus network where I've added, in this healthcare example, a doctor, emergency services, a nurse, and a guest network. What I'm going to show you is how quickly I can add an IoT network in this and add a few groups to that network. Okay. So I'm just going to type IoT. And you can see I have a few groups here, HVACs, and I think I had a group called lighting, so we can just drag and drop the HVAC and the lighting group, and you save this. It's as easy as that.
So it's a drag and drop action to create the segmentation and everything that would follow. It's almost like a tag-based way of identifying these assets. So is this going to go out now and re-provision the network to be able to execute on this, basically your intent?
Precisely. So we've completely virtualized policy and abstracted it away from the networking devices. This has essentially pushed my segmentation on hundreds or thousands of networking devices in my enterprise. And not just that, now I've created a level of segmentation between IoT, guest, and campus, but I can also create a level of micro-segmentation between those heating ventilation devices and those lights. So I can add a policy that says lights and HVAC should not talk to each other. I give this a name, test, and I say deny. That's as simple as that. I save this. This particular policy is going to get pushed to every switch, access switch in my network, and no HVAC system is going to be able to communicate with lights. So the old way of going to every device, adding an IP-based access control list is all gone.
Wow, so when we created SD Access, and although it became public and it seemed kind of like it all came together really fast, this is something that the teams have been developing for quite some time because it took changes across an array of Cisco products, switches, routers, all your access devices are things that make up that network. So this has been a long time coming, and for a long time we didn't have the nice, beautiful interface of DNA Center until I think it was just Cisco Live US, I think when we first rolled this out. But you guys continue to iterate and add more capabilities with announcements being made this week around assurance and different things like that. Anything else we need to understand here?
Yeah, so one of the big announcements we're making at Cisco Live Barcelona is about the power of assurance. So whether you have a traditional network, which people have been using for many years, or you have a software-defined access network, we have the power of DNA Center assurance to be able to debug issues extremely quickly. So if I go into my kind of assurance tab here, I can show you how quickly we can debug issues in a fabric network, which is already set up. So I just clicked on one of the border nodes in my fabric, and I see that it's had a bunch of issues there. It says that it's lost connectivity to a DNS server, which is a pretty big problem. And it's figured that out by essentially triaging all of the data that it's collected, and it's telling you exactly in plain English what the problem is. It says the fabric border cannot reach the DNS server in the physical network. Now, to get to this point would have taken a network engineer a few hours of debugging, and we did this in like few seconds.
And what I like here too is it's obviously putting things in English. It's correlating a lot of things that I would normally manually go through, as you were mentioning, but it's also still doing it in a language that is where the network engineer doesn't have to assume that the system is telling them something accurate. They can see, yes, that makes sense, because it's not as if we're hiding a bunch of the complexity. We're just making the complexity fly kind of in formation, so to speak.
Exactly. I think the correlation part is really important. Like, no one knows networks better than Cisco. We can correlate data from all of these network devices, from DHCP servers, DNS servers, and really give you that insights that you never had in the past.
Perfect. Rohan, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Rob.
Hey, if you guys get a chance to stop by the booth and see these demonstrations firsthand, there's a lot of different things to go through with DNA Center. SD Access is probably just one of the most immediately valuable things, answering problems you didn't even know you could begin to answer, and that's the kind of solution I like, so come check it out.